If you're going to arrest me on the threat of arrest, I will leave. Are you threatening to arrest me if I do not leave? Then we have a right to be here. Why are you arresting me, officer? Why are you arresting me?
Darius Dubash was handcuffed for about 2 hours and spent time in jail. All this just for peacefully exercising his constitutional rights to freedom of speech and religious exercise in Discovery Green, Houston, Texas.
No amplified sound, no obscene footage, no incitement to riots.
But it's chickens getting slaughtered.
Under threat of arrest, the Anonymous for the Voiceless group is still not allowed in the park to exercise their First Amendment right to free speech.
Courts have ruled that you can show
We have got
fetuses.
reports that a lot of people are being offended. They don't want to see this in the park rules and park policies.
People were offended when women protested for the right to vote. People were offended when Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. protested to end segregation. Peaceful protest is legal in America. It's called freedom of speech.
You can stand here, you can talk all day long. But this video, we can't have this. The TV has to go off like now. We can't have this in the park.
If there is a bedrock principle underlying the First Amendment, it is that the government may not prohibit the expression of an idea simply because society finds the idea itself offensive or disagreeable.
I'm sure people get offended, but courts have ruled that you can show fetuses, and that doesn't violate the First Amendment. We're not doing anything that gruesome. We're showing chickens cramped up over here.
That's not your problem. You don't want to be.
So,
Matters also have the right to protect people who are in trouble.
but if this is public,
Discovery Green Park is public property. Even if a public space is managed by a private conservancy, it may not violate your constitutional rights, such as freedom of speech and religious exercise.
If you've shown offensive material that he does not like, you can't do this.
A basic rule is that a street or a park is a quintessential forum for the exercise of First Amendment rights. This is especially true when the government owns the property. In this case, the Houston Downtown Park Corporation, a public governmental corporation, owns the park, which makes it public property. And because the publicly owned property is a park open to the public and has been the site of prior demonstrations, it is a quintessential traditional public forum.
so let's say I'm showing matter that's offensive to a Democrat. Does that make it okay for me to
mix
leave?
the politics with all kinds of stuff.
Officer, you're saying if the content is offensive to someone, I have to leave. And I'm saying everyone will be offended by something.
Someone stabbing a goat or a cow in the neck to kill them.
Sorry?
That seems offensive.
I'm sure someone will find it offensive, but it's protected speech.
It's just that they don't want you to do it here. You understand what the policy says, but you know, sometimes when somebody actually owns a park and it's public, they still can make their own rules.
False. While the government has contracted with a private conservancy to maintain and run the park, that does not change the park's status as a traditional public forum.
So I just talked to Barry, and we are officially asking you to leave the property.
Barry's
And
the head boss.
He's a park president.
Well, and then if you don't leave, then they will call in a unit to escort you to leave.
Barry, the head boss, allows certain protests but not others. Also, Discovery Green is a public space.
But are you asking us to leave?
Are you understanding what the man is saying?
He's asking us to leave, but I'm not sure if that's a lawful order. So are you,
Something
as
that's being done
Houston
is-
police officers, asking us to leave?
That's up to the manager. Are you refusing to leave?
Sorry?
Are you refusing to leave?
Are you asking us to leave?
Are you refusing to leave?
If you're going to arrest me on the threat of arrest, I will leave. So are you threatening to arrest me if I do not leave? Then we have a right to be here. You're saying you're not going to arrest me, so I'm going to be here. If you say you're going to arrest me for being here, I will leave. Am I under arrest or am I free to go? He asked me to leave, but I don't know if that's a lawful order, so that's why I'm asking you, officer. What happens if I do not leave? If you say I have to leave and you would arrest me, I will leave right now.
It's a private park. Welcome to the public. It's a private park.
So, officer, you're
So the management is asking you to leave.
The officers think they work for the private management company of the park. They are supposed to work to protect the rights of citizens.
Am I free to go? Are you arresting me, officer? Are you arresting me?
Yes.
And why are you arresting me? Why are you arresting me, officer? Why are you arresting me? Yeah, I'm in Discovery Green. I'm being arrested.
My understanding is it's a private park. It's not funded by the city. It's not funded by the state. And y'all were asked to
Well,
leave.
so we have First Amendment rights, right?
It's up to the man.
Can I get you on video? Just describe to me whatever you saw, whatever you see. You said we were quiet, right?
Yeah, you guys were. I didn't hear you say anything, honestly, because I think that was probably important, is to be silent.
Exactly.
I don't know if anyone complained, but I saw the security and 2 officers approach the leader, I guess, of the group. Talking non-combatively. And I mean, the officers weren't like, I didn't hear any like exchange of harsh word. Animal processing.
Yeah, exactly. We're processing animals.
Which, to me, I mean, personally, I eat and I consume animals. You might, if you're watching this, you're like, oh, yes. But I also believe that you should know how your food is made.
Yeah.
Personally, I appreciate going and seeing different opinions and different viewpoints interact peacefully.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we were peaceful.
There were other protesters. You were peaceful. Yeah. There were other protesters I saw tonight that were not very peaceful.
You saw other protesters
here tonight?
Okay.
Not you guys. That were combative, racially charged statements, things like that. And
I mean, right now we can actually hear all those guys.
Yeah, they're yelling at people, saying very derogatory racial slurs, things like that. You guys were quiet as anything.
A groundbreaking lawsuit has been filed in the United States District Court for the Southern District of Texas against Discovery Green and the police officers for violating First Amendment rights to free speech and religious exercise. The lawsuit has been brought forth by the First Amendment Center at the University of Texas and FIRE, Foundation for Individual Rights and Expression, on behalf of Darius Dubash and Dr. Faraz Harsini, both dedicated animal rights advocates who founded Allied Scholars for Animal Protection. As a student of Advaita Vedanta taught by Acharya Prashant, Dubash's religious beliefs compel him to protect beings who cannot protect themselves. The other animal rights demonstrator shown here, Dr. Harsini, a biomedical and food systems scientist, escaped persecution from Iran's Revolutionary Guards and was granted a U.S. green card in the exceptional ability category for his scientific research. Mr. Dubash and Dr. Harsini have peacefully demonstrated at public forums in various cities across Texas and the United States without incident. This lawsuit is to fight for every American's First Amendment rights in Houston, Texas, said Mr. Dubash. The Kinder Foundation helped build Discovery Green Park, providing millions of dollars in financing. This same non-profit organization also launched the Kinder Institute on Constitutional Democracy at the University of Missouri, a program to support excellence in the teaching and study of American constitutional and democratic traditions. Shockingly, the noble values of the foundation appear to have been betrayed by Discovery Green's bureaucracy. If freedom of speech is important to you, please share this video as widely as possible.